college team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense will start this game off. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made the more because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man. He is the guy. He is priority number one.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Bussey. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bussey. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense will go to work for the first time today. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to throw. It's Mahan. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
How about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
And the Commodores have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Trying play action. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Let's take a big view here about Vanderbilt. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a 3-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this 3-star offensive lineman who was very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They went 3 and out on their first run it from the gun. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments. Now they'll run it on the toss. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
He'll pull it on the read. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Texas A&M ready to go with another 1st down. Back to throw, it's McMillan. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Aggie! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in
And then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Gives it on the option. Got enough for the first. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Fitzgerald. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Hall. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And boy, is he close to that 1st down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. Trying to keep the drive alive. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, at this point of the drive, 4th down and inches in your opponent's territory, you're trying to get into field goal range. You're just going to run the football. You're going to try to be more physical at the line of scrimmage. They were right there.
Caught in the backfield. It's Quigley. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll send the tight end in motion to the ground with the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Mahan. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juice. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He'll keep it himself. Got the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the wheels on this A&M quarterback channeling his inner John football?
Man, John football was as exciting as it gets, and college football took notice. The Aggies were talked about in the news all the time. They need that guy at that spot to return if they want to be a national championship contender again.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Might be calling a hot route. Try to get it to the edge. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better.
He's going to throw deep right side. And he makes the catch at the 10. You want to talk about shifting Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And this running back is so...
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Commodores will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Looking downfield, it's McMillan. Flips it out to the back. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the 1st down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
Here's a heat. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Absolute shame. Missed it. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. They'll try to power it in. Touchdown, Aggies! How about this back staying on track They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Got it in the middle, it's Gridley. Running wide open down the gut of the field. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Here's the pressure. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air, it's Mahad. Sets up the screen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Caught over the middle. It's Armstrong.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the D.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, give on the inside. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you? And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Kyle Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Aggies will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Looking to throw, it's Mahat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Commodores line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the coverage team gets to return on the ground. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Hands it off. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offense.
Breaks into the open. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. He's up to 51 yards rushing and getting ever closer to that 1,200-yard mark. He wants to change this route. The toss sweep to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I like the idea going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Going to run it. It's Cook. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away.
Kick interference. Kicking team.
So the offense picks up 15 yards after an egregious blunder on special teams. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Mahat. Here comes the heat. Got it in the middle, it's Coleman. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Sherrill. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Caught behind the line. It's Hall. Oh, he's got some space. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to fire. He's got it on the move. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try to run for it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. And the Commodores pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quarterback adapting. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Quarterback on the keeper. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line is set on 3rd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's McMillan. Fires to the middle. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The corners are walked up tight. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Takes it the other way. Pass to tap. Touchdown, Texas A&M. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Got it behind the line. It's Coleman. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
We reach the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking to throw, it's Mahan. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Coleman. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line. The Commodores are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his tight end. Turning it on. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Hall. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They feed him again. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Doors. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Utah is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up by 38 over Houston. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the option. And some room to work. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Found a little space, and he's got 4.
Going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
He's now up to 66 yards rushing so far in this one, and he's closing in on 1,200 for the season. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Back to pass. It's McMillan. Safe completion on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. To the air on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Cook. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big...
For a man on third and short. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Commodores in the hurry-up. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, looking to pass. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Goodness, great. That is the way you blow up a play quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. They want that clock to run. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal.